another amazing day at fmtraining.tv. My name is Margaret. I'll be your broadcast engineer for today. I'm here with the wonderful Nick Hunter. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Hello, everyone. How are you all doing today? Welcome. We're at fmtraining.tv. We talk about the wonderful FileMaker platform. I'm here with Nick Hunter. Nick Hunter is a really fantastic senior engineer who covers a lot of really cool stuff. Today, actually, we don't necessarily have a specific topic. We have a Q&A because you've had Nick present on a multitude of things for the past many weeks, several months, really. So we thought we'd do an open Q&A, so give people who have questions to ask for Nick about looking through the old sample files, etc., old videos. They have them to bring them, so Nick can answer them for you. Here is our schedule for going forward. We got open Q&A today. We've got open FileMaker server Q&A tomorrow. Mondays will be custom functions and FileMaker Jake Shealy, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday will be Nick's last mini series for like 2 weeks. We'll be presenting. We'll have a whole other series happening, but Nick will take a break for 2 weeks. But he'll be doing a build a two-level hamburger menu and with keyboard navigation in FileMaker. It should be really quite entertaining. Nick, I do have the first question. It's from
Yes, let me bring our Discord somewhere here before I was trying.
Yes.
Then I can read, it's kind of easier if I can read. So I must have Discord here working. Yeah. So I'm in in the live stream chat. So I'm in there. So I don't see so the question is not coming from
The question is from yesterday. If you scroll
okay,
up,
cool.
the very last message from yesterday.
Yes.
Scott.
Yes. Okay, so from Scott Kane, yeah, Scott, what is a good way to present data entry changes when a project or work order has been closed out and no change should be made? Okay, what is the good way to prevent data entry change when a project or work order has so you want to prevent the change, right? So yeah, that's a good question. So the best way to do that, okay, is to prevent the commits to happen. So it's not an elegant way because we still allow the change, So let me show. Let's say I have a T1, T2, and
Want
T3.
to share your screen real quick?
Oh yeah. Oh sorry. Yeah. I thought I did it. So okay, I have 3 fields here, right? And I have a tag closed, for example. Okay, so I have this, right? So I have a tag closed. So to say this is closed, right? So let me change this awful theme they have now here. Okay, so I'm doing this and I have the tag closed, Okay, so and we have a new Scott, projects 1, and we have amazing. Okay, so we have this. Okay, and we say close, not close, right? So we have a script here that says on record commit. Okay, I never know if we have 1M or 2M there. So sorry for that. So if here we have if tag closed, okay, then we exit, So well, no, if not closed, if closed, yeah, if closed, we alt. Okay, so what this do? Okay, so yeah, but that's not a good thing because we revert the record, right? And then we alt. So let's try this, okay? Because there's many ways to do that, and I want to explore the best way to do that, right? So let's see what this happened, right? So did I put that on commit? I don't remember. Yeah, on commit. Okay. So let's say I'm saying Kane like this, and I have no close, right? So here, what happened? Here, when I commit, there's no close, so it does the commit, right? So if I have the close, right? Oh yeah, but yeah, I need to take care of this. Yeah, so If yeah, because here we need to avoid that. So let me have a set field, set close, okay? So set fields close with a 1 here. Okay. Oh, yeah, because I have I need to take care of this problem here. So I'm going to take care of this later, okay? So we do this, right? So now if I have this and I do this, it come back. Okay, so if I do this, it says 1, right? And then revert alt, right? So you can do whatever you want, you know, even you there do this, and then you say new record, right? It create a new record, but it's not, it's halting, right? Or we can just say instead of alt, which is a little bit strong, we can say exit, because yeah, it's better. Exit better, okay? Because halt is strong. Halt kills everything, Halt won't let you to go to another record and stuff like that. Halt is froze, killed, dead, okay? Exit is, oh, I'm getting out, but I'm continue. Alt stop everything, even the tab order, okay? So exit is the best way. So now, how to take care of this problem, right? To set this as close, so to have a script, set as close, right? Set as close. So how we do this? Okay, so we need to interrupt a trigger, and FileMaker has no way to do that, but there's a way. First, you say set variable, which is a global variable, and you say trigger. And in the trigger, you put off. So you set that off, right? And here, we have something like this. If trigger equal off, oops, oh, equal off, right? Equal off, right? You exit and you set that as nothing. You reset the trigger, otherwise it will stay off forever, okay? So this is what you do, right? So, sorry, like this. So when this button here, so let's see, okay, we here, okay? If I put 1 here, it go back, it go away, right? It go away because I have that trigger that do the job it's supposed to do. It is 1, so it said, no, I can't. So I have a paradox here. But here I'm saying, oh, I need to put the script in the button. That will be better. Okay. Okay. So here I'm saying, okay, I'm setting the variable, right? I'm setting the variable off, right? So it's doing it, right? So because it's, and the commits, yeah. So I don't understand why it didn't let me show the set variable off, set field. Oh, because the file, okay, here, okay. Set. So it's off, right? So yeah, okay, so let's put the commit here because otherwise you won't let me do that. Okay, commit record, okay. Okay, so set as closed. I'm committing. So I have the on record commit coming, but I have this off, right? It's there. So I continue to say, okay, get rid of this, exit. When it's not off, so now I don't have it, right? It's gone, it was just between the transition between this and this, because this action will trigger that action and then remove it, right? So now I can do this, boom, it's closed, right? And I cannot, so now if I do this, I said Nick, okay, and Hunter and hello, so that works. But if I said set as closed, I cannot do anything, right? It go away. And if you say, new record, the other one was still the same. So that's the best way to do that because it's very simple, right? So you have a button set as closed because we need to do that, okay? So we need to set the trigger. So that technique of preventing the trigger to work, that works for any triggers. It works for anything. So if you want a trigger, if you want to control the trigger, any action that has a potential of, setting this, right? You need to have this here, right? Is that okay? Provide shifted. Okay, so Ben will while. Okay. Priority shifted. I will probably go a different career, but not this way. Okay. Yeah.
Makes sense. Thank you. David had a quick question about the does revert record will revert everything, also container?
Okay. Oh, revert record. We revert the container. Normally, maybe. I have no idea. Normally, yes. Normally, yes. So if I have let's put the container here. Container and so I can put this in the container. Oh, no, itself, no. Do I have something here? Yeah, I have a screenshot here. Okay. So, boom, yeah. You can, so let's say I have something here, right? And I close it, right? And I want to destroy this, boom. Yeah, it revert the record, right? So I cannot destroy it, I cannot replace it. Oh, drag and drop, haha. Drag and drop, so yeah. The drag and drop, that was expected. The drag and drop will change the thing because the drag and drop is not triggering anything here, right? Yeah, so for the container, there's another way, to do that. When you want to do something like this, right? It's you can even because the container, the problem is you will have also problem with those things when you have an interactive, right? So the best way to me for containers is to hide this one when it's closed and to hide this one when it's not closed. Okay. So this one is not editable. This one is, right? So this one is closed. You can't even touch it, right? You can't even export it and do nothing, right? And if it's not closed, boom, you can do it, right? Another way to do things, if you want to avoid people to be able to do that like this, okay, you can do something like this, but I don't want to take too much time on this, but it's okay. So you have one like this, right? You have one slide control, right? Yeah, one slide control like this, right? So you can do this, right? So you have this version of those. You can put that here inside this, right? So you have a slide control like this, and this slide control is active. You duplicate this, and you said inactive, right? And you select all of those, and you say this cannot browse, This slide control, you hide it. This one, you don't. Okay. So you can group that, and then you have two slide control like this. And now, oh, because I put both of them. So we need to make sure that one is bigger than the other one. Otherwise, it will include them. So here it's closed. I cannot do anything. And this is not closed. I can modify. Closed. Closed. I can click. So, and it's easy because you have two blocks with a slide control, and you use a slide control as an object container, you know. So you hide and it's easy to do stuff like that now because we have the object tree. So you can call the group here, say, when not closed, and you know, you can name that, right? So, and you can have the entire layout like this, right? You can have an entire layout like this. And with the, you know, you can hide this, show, you know, hide, show. So you can even interact with the object like this, you know. When you group is not the same thing, right? When you group, because I could have ungrouped all of those, right? I group them just because for comfort, but you don't have to group them. You can just put them on top like this, right? And then you have two slide control, the active, inactive, right? So now it's easy to interact with object. You can hide this and interact with object, and you can hide this and interact with those objects. But you have the slide is there. You can even, if you want to make sure it's not moving, you can lock it, right? So you lock the object. But the object inside is not locked, just the container, just this, but this is not locked. So you have a kind of a flexibility here, you know, to do more advanced than the trigger. So you have many ways. That's why I'm saying, you know, you have many ways to do that, right? Question. Okay. Detach video separate. Okay. When not use a second slide page instead of the two panel. Question. Why not use it? No, this is crappy. Because here I have no trigger, no action. You know, it's even if I remove that trigger, so you know, even if I remove that here, I remove this, right? Let's remove this. So I have nothing. Not closed, close. So there's no moving stuff. And Robin, in your scenario, here's the problem. Let's say I have this closed, this not closed, this closed, right? This closed, this not closed. So with your scenario, you need a trigger that goes slide, and then when you go to find mode, you don't know what to do. It's, you know, so it's a big problem. Here, this is not closed. This closed. This closed. This not closed. You understand? So you see the difference here, and I have absolutely nothing happen. You know? That not closed, this closed, nothing happened, no trigger. Yeah, so see, you understand, you have a problem with the, you know. Can you lock the slide control on the layout so it does more, yet still be able to move the, yeah, just show it, can. Okay, look. They are locked. The panel is locked, but object in slide now. Right? Could use a button instead, the button to get accept or update. Could use a button instead, the button to be accept or update. Where this button here? Oh, you can make this button to be whatever. I don't know, David. Could use a button instead. The button to be accept or updates. Okay. No. Demo, David, Angel. Okay. Let's them write. Do we have a question from YouTube or whatever? Could use the buttons like if I press the button, then it's saved. Is saved. Oh, you want to override? Yeah, you can do it. It's use that technique here. With the off. If you use the on record commit reversal, but you still want a button that override, right? That override. You can do it. For example, yeah. Now I understand your question. Okay. Override. Okay. So let's do the override. So duplicate this. This is override. Okay. So we still use the off, and we say commit, right? Oh, I see that. Okay. And then, so we have the off. So this is the override. So let's override this. Let's go back and put this here. Okay. So I want to override. So yeah, now I need to. So let me do something because I want to give you that file to you, right? Okay. So let's duplicate this. This is lock with panels. Okay. And this is lock with a trigger, right? Oops. Then I can send you the file. By the way, I need to send you the file from yesterday. So that from panel, and this, we can destroy this, one of those. So we don't need those panels anymore. Okay. Okay. So on this one, I don't need this. I don't need this on this one. So this one has no, and this one you have the override. Okay. Okay. So we have the override. So here it's closed. Okay. And I want to override this, right? So I do this, set commit, boom, override, right? So you do this, boom, 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 override, boom. We say off and we commit. Oh, yeah, but hold on. Yeah, that was easy. Okay. So let's do it. It's closed, override, boom, bam, bam, commits, off, exit. And he did it. So Nick Hunter, like this. If I do this, if I don't override, go, you revert and go. If I override, boom, 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 like I said, Hunter, right? I override it, boom, boom, I commit, boom, go back, exit script, boom, committed, right? So you have the override. So you can say, for example, if get or get active or account or account name equal admin, for example, like I'm now, right? So if it's admin, so if it's not admin, so it's not admin. Okay, so different. If it's different. If it's different than admin, right? Hide it, right? So if I relog in, so I can show you how to relog in, right? So, and I say, let's go there, manage security, our new user, active, read only. No, data entry. So I have user, right? Okay, allow. So, and I can relog in. Okay, so if I relog in using user, bam, override gone. If I relog in admin, boom, override comes. Okay, so let's go to the, can you lock the slide? Okay, could you use a button instead? It means a button save records. When you make modifications, the default of some fields or some object. Okay, when you make modification, the default of some fields or some object, do you care to save as a new style and then save it as a thing? Okay, yeah. Yeah, okay. No. Okay. Here what I'm doing most of the time, okay? Let's say we take the labels as an example, okay? Let's take a label as an example. I have multiple levels of labels, right? So let's say I have the labels that is like this. I have 10, right? And here I have a small label like this, okay? So I'm saving this as a new style, label 1, okay? That's my new style. Then I have the same label but centered, right? So then I'm saving that as a new style, label 2. And then I have right centered, right? Save a new style, label 3. Okay, so why I'm doing this? Because sometimes you want the label there, and then you want the label there, and then you want the label there. So this is something I'm doing often, because sometimes what you want to do is something like this. All the labels free. So now they're all, what's the name? Like this, right? But sometime you want to do something like this, right? So you have this, right? And you have something like this, right? So you have this, and you want those to be, so, and you have this here, you want like this. And this one, okay, you want centered. So you have centered. You have the label centered like this. I'm doing this when I have a repetition like this, right? Because sometimes, because the problem with FileMaker, we have a problem with FileMaker. If I copy a style and I have multiple text like this, right? I cannot select all and paste the style, right? So you see, I copy the style, and then I want to select this and paste this. I can't. I need to do one by one, like this. Okay, so this is a pain where you know where, okay? So instead, thanks to the style, I can select this and say, okay, I want that style, because the style we can apply to many objects, but the copy paste of style we cannot. Make sense? So this is what drives my decision. Otherwise, I don't want that to be like a 2 miles long, okay? I want the main foundation of the object. And then, okay, if I'm saying, oh, I don't want the border here, no border here. I want this, right? I don't want border like this, for example, because I don't know, I have so I'm not saving a style for that, I have my foundation, my default object, the default, and then, but if I need a main designed object, like I build my own stuff. It took me 2 hours to build the object, like a complicated polo or something like this. I don't want to do it again, so I save a style, right? But or if I have a repeating task, like I just showed you, because copy paste of style doesn't work on applying on many objects. So we build the style and then we can apply to many objects. So when you make modifications, question related to David commit button question. Do you ever use a layout setting to not automatically save? No. This is always on. I prefer to do mine. This. it's a pain. It's a pain. They designed this in the late 90s in the worst way possible, right? So instead of putting a save button like this, right? They build this stuff here, but this is a pain. I'm sorry, it's a pain, right? It's going against the natural behavior of FileMaker. I prefer by far, having my own stuff, right? I prefer to build my own. We can build, if you want, I can show you how I build my own. I don't like this. It's interfering with too many things because it's not controllable. My own could be controllable. Okay, look, you want it, guys? You want my own, like a question of do you want? Yes. Okay. Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So I have another tag. Okay. Oh, I have another tag here. That says no dialogue. Okay. No dialogue. Boom. Change. Okay. I have a tag. No dialogue. It could be a global, by the way, because if I want that for everybody. So you can have a whatever user data table where you say, okay, oh, that guy, or you can have your own preferences. You say, okay, I don't want dialogues. I want to save, right? So you can, because this is not editable. We cannot, we can't do anything with this. Okay. So here I have another, no dialogue, like a tag, right? So, and I want this, to be saved. Do you want to save and stuff like that? So here I have my on commits, okay, and then I can say this, okay, if not that, okay, show dialog, right? Save record, or we can say, because now we can do whatever you want. Save our save like this, and we can say and T1 and record. Okay. Do you want to save changes in boom record, right? Save, cancel. We never say, okay, here, save record. So we never say, we always, even if you have a question here, you don't say yes or no. You say save. You put the action that is going to do. In a button, you never put yes, no, right? Unless it's relevant, but here it's not. Here, you need to say save record. Do you want to save? Save. Okay? Okay. So this is just, okay. So if our last gets last message choice. Okay, so this is my technique, okay? I'm saying equal to alt. Okay, so that means you cancel. You cancel. Alt. Otherwise, right? So now if it's we need to take care of if the what's the name? If the record is closed, we don't want that to happen. But this is my technique, okay? Right? Boom. Right? So we have the dialog. So now let's have this. We have the override and we have the save. Save or whatever update, whatever you want to call it. Okay. And this button goes away if we have the tag closed. And my technique here is to do something like this because I like things pretty, right? So I do this. I have this version that has nothing attached to it. And I say not closed. And here I'm putting my save. Which one it was? I was on commit. Oh, okay, hold on. I need the save script. Sorry for that. Save update. Okay. Update. Okay. So, boom. I have this. Okay. So I can just now put that here. Boom. So it's closed, right? So the button goes away, and instead I have the disabled version on it. Okay. And we can say record closed. Right? So now I unclose it. Boom. Now I can save. Okay. So we took care of the possibility. I don't want to say if the tag closed. No, I don't care. I don't want to put that complexity here. I don't want to put that eventuality. If it's closed, I don't want to save. No, hide the button. That's it. You hide the button and that's it, right? So I can do this, right? And do the save button. Do you want to save change in Nick record? Yes. Do you want to do this? No. I have my own. And I can do whatever I want with it. Okay. And you can even make this universal. You want something universal? That means a save button that works for all the database. Okay, no problem. You do this. Oh, yeah, there's so many things here. Boom. Save. Boom, bam. So let's put that here. And here, I want this. Do you want to save Nick record? Yes. Right? If you put another layout and you have another field, you change and the dialog will update with the, So I have a FileMaker dialog is a piece of bleep, right? So we can have, we have the save button and we can have the same thing here on the commit, right? For example, because I have an exit script here, right? So if it's, look how you manage a script. By the way, it was very close. It was really a good question. I like it. Then I can show you how to do things, right? You see how everything is separated. So you don't have an if within a 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 if, and at the end you have and if. I don't want that. I'm compartmenting things and I'm using that on my own for my own interest. So let me show you. I want to perform the scripts, this one, right? And the script parameter will be this, right? Because remember, this needs a script parameter. So on commits, I'm sending the script parameter on this. So now look this, okay? I'm doing this, boom. I didn't have the button. I had save. Now I'm saying no dialog. I put dialog, save record. I have my own, and I can do whatever I want. And this script here is a universal script, what I call universal. That means you can use that all the database. The on commit is dedicated to one layout, right? That on commit is for it's for this layout, right? Oh, okay. But I'm calling the universal save update from that. So here you take care. If I have the and this no dialog here, it's a global. So I can put it in any table. Normally, I have a preference. Okay. I have a preference table where I put the dialog here. Like this. No dialog. It's a global. Right? So I don't need the dialog, the no dialog to be there. It could be inside this and my universal script, right, goes to the preference. Then it's a true, and because I don't care, I have no link, I have no relationship, I have nothing because it's the other side. I don't care. It's a global, so it will work. It will work, right? Well, it will work here. So I have a no dialog, right? Hold on. Reference no dialog. It's a global. Yeah, it's a global. Okay, so if preference tag no dialog show. Okay, not. Oh, sorry, not. Sorry for that. Okay, so if it's not, if I don't have the tag, show. Okay, so here, no dialog, no dialog. I'm going here. I'm getting rid of this, and now blah 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 dialog, blah 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 dialog, right? So I have my own save. And because this is a piece of, okay, this stuff here, this always check. They could remove that FileMaker. If you want to make me a Claris, make me a version of FileMaker that you get rid of this, right? Because it doesn't, we don't care, we don't. It's better, you copy paste my stuff here in your, you copy paste that script and you have it. You have your own. Okay, so what do we have? When your modification. So do I have answers your Stu? Do you like it? Or Ruben? No, we call it.
David,
Yeah.
Top Cat. I do.
Stu, I do. Thank you. Okay, cool. Now makes sense. Make a screenshot of that layout and post on Facebook. Nick is a very good. No, no, don't do it. But it's still look good.
Way better than my casual throw. Awful.
No, I have a lot of OCDs, and but it's okay. This one is one alignment. So. If your question get passed over, report it, please. Now makes sense. Okay. Do we have question? No more question? Yeah, one question about naming relationship. Great. What is a good practice for that? For example, you have tables, companies, address, countries, with relationship for company, address, countries, just to keep it simple. If no, okay, okay, and Andy, I'm going to explain. So. Let me. Can you while I'm doing this, can you read the question for me in plain English, not mine crappy froggy accents? Can you repeat the question of Andy for the people?
Yes, I can. Got it. One question about naming relationships. What's a good practice for that? For example, you have tables, companies, addresses, countries, with relation from companies to addresses to containers, just to keep it simple. I've seen in most sample files there's a TO1 to TX, but I have relations with 5 tables between it. So.
Yeah, but if you have a relationship from 5, first of all, you have bad file. Okay, you need to move to a simple, anchor buoy kind of stuff, right? So if you have five relations, so you have five tuk cascading like this, you have a design issue first, right? So what you think is best to have simple is not, because naming of occurrence, they need to help you. So simple, you get no help, right? No, what you need to do is so why this technique is the best? Let me explain, okay? And after the explanation, you're going to tell me, yes, it is, no, it's not. We humans, we don't remember, we don't use the same brain's lobe for numbers and for text, So long story short, we remember numbers much better than text. Okay. So after some time working on your database, you know by heart which relationship you need to use. TO9I I need to use, because I remember that's short, and it's a number. That's a letter, but T, forget about it. It's always T. And you need to remember the 09 and the I, right? And the letter. So your brain will remember that. Your brain won't remember our address to contact to country. It won't remember that, right? So that's why this here, using that side as a, brain cells economy, okay? Then it's all about telling you, informing you. I give you information, right? I give you information. If from staff to staff, okay, got it. It's a self. And I'm using that on the go-to-read records. And the main and the foreign key I use in that relationship is the IDF staff. So that's all what you need to know. You need to know all the information. This is T11D. You come to company, to the cross-reference 11, and I have all the name like this. I don't have a shortcut. No. You put all the name you have here, and you put all the name of the fields, and you put all the information you need, to give you information. And why we don't care if the name is long, because we don't type the name. We type this, T09I, boom. That's it. You don't type staff, project, you don't. Never. Right? Never. And you can do TO9 salt, for example, so you can say TO9 salt. I wanted a TO9 that's salt. I remember it was a TO9, and I remember I put the salt, right? So now I want the navigation creation, right? So navigation creation. So all this. So you understand what I mean? So more you put information there. I want all the navigation, for example, navigation. This all the navigation, right? And if I want, because sometimes you can do something like this. Look, I'm showing you, right? I'm showing you. I want all the companies, but all the companies, or no, let's take all the projects, right? All the projects, but I only want the list of the occurrence with the project as their target table, right? Because if I put project here, I have everything. I have here that the primary, not the targets. I have many. No. I want the projects as targets. That's it. They're all targets. that all the project relationship where I have a that all the occurrence where I have project as a target, a table. Why? Is because I included the pipe after the name. If I include this here, right? If I include this here, yeah, but that's not a good. So if I do this, I have the opposite. You know what I mean? If I do a pipe, this is all the project targets. If I do the underscore, is all the project primary source table, not target table. So FileMaker, unfortunately, is not good for helping us for that. But in a sense, it's better because we can do whatever we want, like the dialogue. You know, so the naming convention is not the shortest, but the best. In my opinion, it's the exact opposite. It's the longest that is the best. That's why I'm taking the time to put all those information in my occurrence, because I can play with this. I can play. I want all the projects and the one that deletes. Okay, they're here. They're all deletes. I want the projects, the one that creates. They're all there. Right? They're all create. So, in my opinion, the longest name with the most information possible will be the best. And sometimes, can you imagine that it happened to me very often to see that dialogue? I see it often. I'm exceeding the 100 characters. Can you imagine this? But, I don't care. It's the longest name is the best name. The shortest is the wrong way to go because you have no information. So you will be questioning this dialogue all the time. You all the time you will be there. Oh, what is this relationship? I don't know. Okay. Oh, or look the relationship. And then you have no way to look for the relationship. If you don't use this T something, forget about it. I want the T106 is there. I want the T34A is there. I want the T05, is there. I'm here. I want the T10. Boom, is there. Yeah, but T10 because I have another T100, so T11. Bam, are there. Right? So if you don't have the number, if you don't have the name, if you don't have information, you always go, oh, manage that. Always you go there, manage that a bit. Oh, what is doing? Oh, what is doing? I don't know. I know all about this relationship just showing this name. Right? Do you want me to predict? This is going to the staff, to the project calendar days, right? Using as a primary of a multi-predicate, is using the IDF project as a primary multi-predicate key, okay? And it's showing me the active projects, right? So let's see. Yeah. Flag project tag active. Active project primary key. ID. Oh, see, I have a bug here. Huh. It wasn't. That's a copy paste, right? I duplicate this because this is not the good. It's not the good. See the bug is the ID staff. It's ID staff foreman, which is different. So see, it's ID staff foreman. See, I had a bug here. Thank you for my bug fixing. Thank you. Okay. So now I have the correct name. See how long it is? I don't care. I have all the information. Active task, active project. Active project, active task. right? I know in the name. I didn't have to open it. Duplicate record, duplicate occurrence. Okay. Hold on. So what the next question? I think that a personal decision. Do you bother to okay, so where we go? Okay, the question ending. I do need them, company, contact, email address, and email type. Yeah, but I do need them. Company to contact, email address to make. No, you don't know. You don't need. You have a design issue, Andy. You don't need. Why I can build something like this, right? Something like this. I need to show all. I need to have 6% of showing up. How I can build something like this and you can get rid of your 5 level. Explain to me, Andy. You understand? You can get rid of this. I can get rid of you. By the way, we have this new series of sending us the file, right? Coming up. March?
Yes, we do, I think.
Okay, so Andy, send me the file. I will show you that. I will show you how to get rid of this. Do you bother to suppress the error message that comes up on the layout when the example you press the key? Ha! Good question. No, I don't want to show that because it's confusing. So no. I need to come with a better version of this, and I don't want to. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. That's a way, but it's when you search a calculation, you type T10, you will get all order. Yeah, okay. That's why it's, to me, when I work to a file that I don't have my stuff, I'm wasting a lot of time. Okay. Let's say here I have a world, right? I have a world here. I have a big world here. Let me see which one I'm going to use. Yeah, this one is good. T16. Okay, T16. I have a world from A to AC, right? And here I have a, like this here. I have a tree here and I have a tree here on R and T, okay? So let's go and play with this a little bit, right? And you say T16. So I have all the world, and the first is always the primary, right? Always T16 is always the primary one. This one, okay? The main anchor, okay, always. But here I can see my world, right? And I see my world, and I see, okay, on R I have a secondary world, right? A secondary level, 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's see R. Okay, R, I have this. I have another world on T. R, T, right? And that all for all the worlds. All the worlds. So yeah, that's what the number is. The number is the letter with the number, these two. You have the number, the letter, and then you repeat the letter from here. It's from R, R1, 2, 3, 4. And sometimes it can happen like Andy. I can have a third level, but that is when I'm lazy. That can happen. And sometimes you have no other opportunity to do that, otherwise to build a gas work. So, but it happened to me never on that file. I don't think so. Never on that file. It happened to me when I have a critical situation and I don't want to, get crazy. And when I know there's no performance issue. In that case, if I have another layer, I'm doing this. Because you can have A, B, C, right? But we don't care. We don't. Because even though if I have this like this, okay? So I have this world. Look what happened when I'm here. T16R, and on the 1, I have ABC. So I can say 1, and I have my ABC. See? And I don't even care about estimate, section, rate, title, track. I don't care. I don't read. I don't even care about this, right? It's the number and the letters that give me all my stuff. And I can see the tree, 16, R, 1, right? So what else? Duplicate record or duplicate occurrence? What do you mean by that, David Angel? David Angel, I don't understand what you said. ND records, FreeNF and DB, third normal from what are JavaScript stuff? Okay, no. Sim commerce for what I'm doing. You might need for one you're doing. Sure, can do that. Okay, I don't know what that is. I did write one and seem to work. What is this stuff?
This is like an odd back and forth conversation.
Yeah, yeah. If I understand what you're saying, could you solve that with lookups? Record that reoccur, then okay, no. Okay, so that's the ongoing conversation, so we don't.
Yeah, I don't have any other active questions at the moment.
Yeah, maybe. So we have question on YouTube, Twitch, no?
No, just been observing the show, and
observing the show. Yeah.
And we have a full hour actually, so.
Yeah, but it was interesting. I mean, we covered many things. I hope, right? So I'm going to give you that file, so you have you have many information here, right?
And then I will share it tomorrow.
So. Yeah. So yeah. So if we don't have any other questions, that's cool. But it was cool. It was cool.
Yeah. No, thank you very much, Nick.
Okay. Simon, UK, lad, Ruben. Thanks. Okay, no problem. So see you next week on Tuesday
for hamburger menu shenaniganery.
Yeah, hamburger menu. You want to see it? Yeah, let's see it. Let's show it. Yeah. Where's the file recent? I just opened it. So, it's a client. It's a real world, right? It's a real world. So let me open the file right quick. There's a lot of private information showing on the first page, so I don't want to. So yeah, a sneak peek about the burger menu. So what we talk about is this, right? So we have 2 sections. So my mouse is there. I'm putting my mouse here, right? So I have this. I'm with the keyboard. I'm doing that, right? Space bar, and I'm doing this. Space bar going back. Space bar here. If I press space bar, well, if I want space bar, is going to here, 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 here. See? Okay. So this one here now it's a little bit lighter, and here you have the background coming that says you can navigate here. If you press space bar, you don't have the background here. You still can do it with the mouse, right? But the keyboard is going there. So we can go parcel info, and so it's so you can put information you want here. You have information here, and all of this, right? It's based on the builder, right? Which is record number. You have a separation. You saw that you have a separators. You have separators, okay? So it's records. And here you have the script with a parameter. So this is not a button. I mean, it is a button, but it's a list view, right? This is a list view, and I'm triggering the name of the scripts on the layout, under what's the name? Under record. You have the icon here, title. Okay, so that will be next week.
Yes, it will be as soon as I unmute myself. There we go. Thank you very much, Nick. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you, people, for coming, and thank you for asking questions.
Thank you, guys.
We will see you next week.
Next week. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Got a report of an individual up here who may be a FileMaker license. Well, it's potentially expired. Look at the back of that car right there. Looks like the FileMaker license has expired. Sir, I need you to step out of the vehicle. Sir, step out of the vehicle. Sir!